Welcome to another episode of What You Don't Know. On today's show, we're going to do something just a little bit different. Instead of talking about the stuff that happens outside of ECOT that affects us, today we're going to be talking about the things that are going on at ECOT that help prepare our students for life after ECOT. Joining me today is Sarah Hanka, our ECOT Deputy Superintendent, who oversees career technical education. Thanks for being here with us today, Sarah.
Thanks for having me.
Sarah, we're first going to talk a little bit about the program. So tell us, how did we get started at ECOT with career technical education?
We have had the program for just over 2 years, and it used to be that charter schools did not get funding for vocational programs. So the language and the law changed, and now we are able to have the ECOT Career Technical Education Academy.
So I'm sure you get asked this, but how does a career tech program work at an e-school where all the students are at home and, of course, the teachers are at home and the curriculum is done by computer? How does that work? How does that become career technical ed?
We have several pathways. We have business, we have finance, marketing, Cisco networking, and computer programming. So those 5 pathways work just the same as any of the other courses that we have at ECOT. All of the courses are online. The difference is that the students have to do some kind of project at the end where they kind of show what they know, and oftentimes they get industry credentials, which is a little bit different than just a traditional high school course.
So you mentioned some of the programs that we have this year. Who's eligible to participate in those?
Any student grades 9 through 12 is eligible. Next year, we're actually opening up the program to 8th grade students.
You mentioned a few, but industry credentials. What type of certifications can students at ECOT earn in career technical education?
One example is Cisco networking. If you don't know anything about Cisco networking, it's basically at the heart of what technology and putting computers is all about. And so the students in that program, they can actually, after graduation, they can earn 2 credentials that they will have upon graduation and go right out into the workforce, making a very high wage.
So walk across the stage, get your diploma, and you're certified to go right into the workforce, making probably better money than I did when I began in the workforce.
Probably.
Do we have any new programs lined up for next year? Anything interesting coming our way?
Yes, we are really excited. For the fall of 2017, we will be opening our new ECOT culinary program. We have a kitchen that will be in the works of getting a makeover here, and we will actually be offering culinary arts. We actually have a theater behind me that we have just recently renovated, and we will have a performing arts program as well.
What are some of our graduates doing today that have went through our program?
You know, Rick, college is not for everybody. So the great thing about the Career Tech program is that it offers students different pathways and opportunities, whether they go to college or whether they don't. And we have a graduate from our 2016 class who was in the Cisco program last year, and those 2 credentials that I was talking about, he actually left high school with those credentials, and he is now in the Air Force, and he is using the credentials not only to move forward in the Air Force, but he's actually using what he learned in Cisco networking in the Air Force.
Now, you said that college isn't for everyone. Not everyone wants to go down a 4-year degree path, and I totally believe in what you're saying. But aren't our career technical programs, aren't they also credentialed in some way with a college or university?
Absolutely. All of our programs, we are actually working with community colleges, with universities. So when if a student decides that they would like to go to college after graduation, all of their credits that they have earned here can actually transfer over to the university or to a community college once they're in college.
Well, that sounds great. I don't think a lot of people know that. They think they have to be in a post-secondary option class to earn that credit. No. But in career tech, you can also take those credits because of the articulation agreements and move right into college and have those credits accepted even while you're at ECOT. That's fantastic.
Yes, we actually have a student who is, I mentioned, computer programming. That's probably our most popular program or pathway that we have. We have a student who is in the post-secondary program, so he is earning college credit while he's here But once he finishes, some of the courses that he already completed here for computer programming will already transfer. So he will, by the time he graduates from ECOT, he will be entering his junior year of college, if you can believe that.
Well, that's fantastic. And I'm sure, whether the student ends up paying for college or the parents end up paying
Right.
for college, boy, that's a tremendous help to the
Yes,
families.
it is.
So, Sarah, you mentioned our new culinary arts program. How's that going to work next year?
Well, as I mentioned, all of our courses here at ECOT obviously are online. And so there will be courses, if a student enrolls in the culinary program or in the theater arts program, they will be taking a number of their courses online, completing those courses online. The difference with these pathways, the culinary arts and the performing arts, is they will have to come into ECOT, into the building, into headquarters, and essentially show what they know. They will have to do their assessments here. They will have to, if there's something that they're cooking, then they're going to have to demonstrate what they have learned. And so there will be plenty of lab hours offered. We know that our students need flexibility, so we will be offering a different kind of schedule. So we will have lab hours 5 days a week. We're actually even looking at having lab hours on the weekend. And right now we're actually determining what that schedule looks like. So students will not be coming here 5 days a week, but we will be giving them a set schedule. Maybe they'll have to come here 2 to 3 days a week.
Well, great, Sarah. Now we're actually going to transition and talk to 2 ECOT students via Skype that are currently in our CTE program. So joining us today via Skype is Jennifer Appleby, an ECOT student from Parma who's also a part of our career tech program. Welcome, Jennifer.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Oh, it's great to have you here. So what first got you interested in a CTE program here at ECOT?
I actually got a letter from Mrs. Lanimer, the CTE director, when the program first started up.
So what program are you in with us?
I'm in the Information Technology CTE program.
Is this your second year in the information
It's
technology?
With the Information Technology, it was a 2.5 year program, and I'm at the end of the 2.5 years.
So how's the experience been? Have you had any issues, technology? I mean, does everything work smoothly or?
I've had no issues with the program. I've really enjoyed it. I've had great teachers, very minimal issues technology-wise, and I've learned a lot.
So you're going to graduate the first weekend of June. What do you plan to do after graduation?
I'm also in the CCP program, so I'm graduating ECOT with my associate's degree, and then after I graduate ECOT, I'm going to Baldwin Wallace for a major in computer science.
Okay, so I want to go back just so everybody understands. You're going to graduate from ECOT with your high school diploma.
Yes.
You're also going to have an associate's degree. Where's your associate's degree going to be from?
I got it at Tri-C as just like an Associate of Arts.
So you're going to have a college associate's degree from Cuyahoga Community College the same time that you graduate with your high school degree. So obviously, if I were your parents, I would be kind of happy about that due to the fact I had a daughter who spent my college money for 5.5 years before she got a degree. So I'm sure they're thrilled about that. And then
Yeah.
you said you're going on to Baldwin Wallace?
Yes, I am.
Well, that's fantastic because I know it's not easy to get into BW to begin with. So, well, that's fantastic. That's really great. So where do you see yourself down the road maybe after college? What career field do you think you're going into?
I plan to go into database administrator.
Wow. We have a few of those here. I think we're always looking for more people in that field.
I've already taken through the CTE course a class in SQL programming, so I've got a little bit of background in it.
Jennifer, can you kind of describe a little bit whenever you first found out about the CTE program, how did you decide to go into the programming pathway that we have?
I've always had an interest in IT and programming. I've always loved to create things with technology. And when I received the letter, I saw that it had HTML, JavaScript, and database. And I figured that it would be a good spread of the areas of technology and that I could kind of narrow down which degree I wanted to go into.
So you had mentioned to Mr. Teeters that you will have an associate's degree and you will be walking across the stage graduating from ECOT. So talk a little bit about what advantage do you think that the CTE program has offered you?
I feel that the CTE program has given me a very strong background for a job as well as college because it has given me an opportunity to learn all the different programming languages that I'm interested in so that I don't have to relearn them all in college.
And if there are students, hopefully there are lots of students watching this, but if you had to tell a student just a couple of things about the CTE program and how they could help a student, what would you say to them?
I would say that it gives you a very, very good head start. And if you like creating things, but you're not exactly sure how or where to start, I would say this program has been amazing in that. It has really taken you step by step in learning different languages and has given you the opportunity to create so many different things from a database to interactive games through JavaScript.
Well, thank you, Jennifer, for appearing on What You Don't Know today and giving us some background from a student perspective on what the CTE program is like. And I wish you all the success moving forward. I think you're on a fantastic path here at ECOT and moving forward to Baldwin-Wallace.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So visiting with us today is another ECOT student, Abraham Assal from Parma. Abraham, Are you a senior as well?
Yes, sir.
Plan on graduating this spring?
I'm planning on it.
Good. So, Abraham, how long have you been in the CTE program here at ECOT?
This would, at the end of this semester, would probably be 2.5 years.
And Abraham, what program are you in CTE here?
I'm currently in the computer programming CTE pathway.
And how have you found that? Have you liked it? I mean, what's your experience been within the program?
I've enjoyed it a lot. When I first joined, I had no idea what I was getting into, if we're being honest, but I don't regret my decision joining the program. It's been very beneficial to me.
What do you see yourself doing with a degree in programming?
I definitely would like to be a web developer because out of all of the other computer programming careers out there, I feel like web development gives you the biggest range for creativeness.
Are you able to use some of the skills that you've learned in the CTE program kind of as a freelance person now? Are you doing anything with it while you're in high school?
I currently take college classes at Tri-C, so anything that we're learning in class, I use the knowledge that I already have, and I'm able to apply it to what I'm learning in class. And also, I do make some websites for some family members as well.
Yeah, I'm just curious, Abraham. This is a relatively new program. You mentioned that you're just finishing after 2.5 years. And you're going to be graduating and moving on and probably going on to college. What would you tell a student who's watching this? Hopefully we have lots of students who are going to be watching. What would you tell somebody who is considering CTE?
Go for it. Definitely go for it. I feel like it gives such a big head start on things you won't have to struggle with in the classroom because this pathway is very lenient. It gives you so much time to learn all of the requirements. But when you go to, let's say, a college to get a career in this stuff, they expect you to know this stuff by a deadline. And I think that's the main reason why this program's so beneficial, because you actually have the time to learn.
So what got you interested in the CTE program? When you heard about it, why did you decide that it was something that you wanted to participate in?
Well, back when it was first introduced to ECOT, there wasn't much information on what it was really about, and I received a letter in the mail about, hey, you want to join this computer programming career pathway? And I said, sure, so I applied, and thank God I was accepted, and I don't regret my decision.
So you mentioned that you're at 3C. Are you working on an associate's degree there?
I am currently taking 3 classes. One of them includes digital design, so that helps out with the web developing associate's degree.
So, Abraham, you told us that you're enrolled in our CTE program here at ECOT. You're also going to 3C where you're working on an associate's degree. At the end of that, do you plan on going on to a 4-year school, or do you plan on going into the workforce?
I would like to go right into the workforce after the 2-year degree, but if time allows, while I have my job in the workforce, I will move on to the 4-year degree, probably at Cleveland State.
Great. I think that's fantastic way to look to the future. And when I was your age, I wanted to get into the workforce and make money as fast as I could, so I certainly understand. I think it's fantastic. I think you have a good career start and good plans. And we hope to see you the first weekend of June at graduation this year. You planning on coming down?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good time.
Yep. It's an exciting time here. Thank you for being with us today.
No problem.
Now we'd like to move on to Rick's Raves. Congratulations to ECOT 6th grader Ari Webb, who will play the cello at Carnegie Hall today. Ari is from Cincinnati and has been playing the cello since he was 3 years old. He is now part of the Peraza Music Ensemble. Ari's ECOT teachers say he excels in the classroom and particularly loves math. Congratulations, Ari. Well, that concludes another episode of What You Don't Know. Thanks again to Deputy Superintendent Sarah Hanka and our 2 students that appeared today, Jennifer and Abraham. Make sure to check out this episode and past episodes by searching for us on Facebook and iTunes. Just search ECOT or What You Don't Know. Thanks, everybody. We'll be back again soon.